What's up, everybody? My name's Aaron Zaffron, and I'm excited to release the first of a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out on LinkedIn here. So just to give you a little bit of background, right? I'm coming up on my 4th year in the low-code automation space. And in that time, I'm sure everyone's seen it, a lot has happened with AI. And one thing that has really struck me, learning about AI and of course working with low code all the time is the potential for synergy between the two technologies, between low code and AI. And so, this synergy to me is all about operationalizing AI in a rapid but structured way. And I genuinely think that Appian is the best platform to exploit this synergy. So, I really wanted to make a short series of videos showcasing that. I think I've got a lot to say on the matter. Now, obviously, I'm a little biased. I do work for Appian, but let me kind of tell you where I'm coming from. I know that to many, low code is often thought of kind of lacking complexity. Having difficulty with use cases that pass a certain threshold of complexity, and it's not always a simple thing to implement AI in a business setting. But I'd like to dispel the idea that low code means you can't achieve complexity. As somebody who used to be a pretty hardcore traditional high code developer, I've been pretty impressed by what you can accomplish with low code. But it's not just any low code that I'm talking about when I say that. I will say that yes, low code in general is a surprisingly powerful paradigm, but not all low code is created equal. And I've been very impressed with the power and the versatility of the tools that Appian offers. This is a deep, mature platform. It solves real complex problems for enterprise organizations. And so, as someone who kind of considers themselves a professional tinkerer, I couldn't be happier to be working with a platform that is so well suited for complexity. It gives me a lot to work with. And I'm certainly going to be showing you examples of all of the fun that I've had, as this series of videos progresses. But, I know I'm getting away from myself a little bit here. What this really has to do with AI, and what I'm really trying to say, is that Appian is the perfect platform for operationalizing AI with low code. And it's Appian's elegance and flexibility and power that really drive that home. And that's what makes us the trusted platform for AI process automation. But let me tell you this story in the context of what Appian offers as a platform, right? So what does it take to enable today's AI-powered enterprise? I really like this Triforce diagram here. I think it's particularly elegant because it drives home the point that AI needs to be supported by data and process to be of much value. If you think of what this diagram would look like without data and process, AI would basically be flopped over on its side like this. And so that's what I'm calling, unoperationalized AI, right? This is basically what you get when you're using the various AI chat-based experiences out there, and there's definitely nothing wrong with those. They're super powerful for the individual users, and they could definitely be integrated, of course. But for an enterprise organization seeking to apply structure and governance to the way that they use AI, people using these tools without structure, that can be a bit of a nightmare. We can't just have our people copying and pasting it to and from ChatGPT with no sense of what's working or what they're doing or what data is being used or who is doing what. We certainly can do that, but it's not a great idea. And I think a lot of enterprises agree with that. So that's why we need structure to support AI with data and process. And this is something that Appian really excels at. So let me dig into this a little bit more. AI is nothing without your data, right? Your data informs AI, it gives it context, it gives it something to work with. Otherwise, it has nothing really to do, and thus really can't provide you any value. And if you think about it, even if you're going to use ChatGPT, you've got to paste a bunch of stuff in there that you're working on in order to really get anything out of it that makes sense, right? You can just talk to it if you want, but that's not what we're doing in a business setting, right? So we need to be able to provide our data in a secure and robust way. And so that is why Appian's data fabric is so powerful when combined with AI. To take a step back here, Appian's data fabric is all about taking the data sources across your enterprise, whether they are internal or external to the Appian platform, it does not matter. Bring them together in a unified data layer for applications to leverage. Allowing AI to access any data in your enterprise that you want it to, but to do that through a layer of robust, highly granular role-based security. It applies across your entire application and, of course, applies to any interaction that your AI has with your data. So that's data fabric, but what about process, right? We like to talk about mixed autonomy, right? And to us, that means orchestrating the coordination between human stakeholders and AI stakeholders. It's about facilitating and structuring that interaction. And allowing us to build capabilities that truly augment our workforce, but do it in a non-threatening way. We're not trying to replace our people. We're trying to streamline the way that they do things on a day-to-day basis. And so we do that with Appian's process automation engine. And I am definitely going to be showing you examples of this in action as this series progresses. But, Appian allows you to visually design workflows with our process modeler that bring together, our people, our different data sources, integrate with different systems, can automate a whole host of things like manipulating documents or, sending out notifications, etc. And even do things like execute robotic process automation. But the point is that we can do all of those things with AI in between those elements, interacting with those different nodes of our workflow, bringing that, additional insight and efficiency to our business processes. Now, I think many would say, of course, there's a lot of platforms out there. Everybody's integrating AI into all of them these days, and a lot of them say some similar things to what I'm saying here. So the question is, why should I use Appian to do it? And I think, I've already given you some reasons, but there are two key points that, we like to talk about, and one of them is simplicity. We go to great lengths to make integrating AI into your applications as simple as possible. Existing applications, new applications, we want to demystify the process of integrating AI as much as possible so anyone can benefit from them. We really believe in the democratization of AI. It's a technology that everyone should benefit from. And then from the perspective of privacy, we want to ensure that all of our native AI capabilities employ verifiable privacy practices. And this means your data is always under your control and that it never leaves our compliance boundary. And I do want to talk about that a little bit more. We do like to say private AI means that we're going to bring AI to your data, not send your data out over the internet to public AI. And so what that means is we're not using external services. There's no need for you to provide API keys. Machine learning models are yours to control and yours alone. And the data, again, that AI can access is filtered through the security policies that you put in place. So nobody's saving your prompts or capturing your data. Nobody's training third-party models against your knowledge. And AI is not able to access data that you didn't intend it to, nor, perform actions that you intended to. So it's a really safe way, a verifiably safe way to go about it. Now, I want to keep this first video pretty short. So we're getting close to the end here, but I want to show you a quick preview of how this works. This slide over here on the right, this is all about how Appian, integrates AI directly into the flow of your business processes. And so what you see here is an image of our process modeler. This is a fully drag and drop tool. It's used for designing workflows. It's an extremely powerful part of the platform. I'm going to be showing you this in action as we move on in the series, but Appian makes it very easy to drop AI directly where you need it in the flow of your applications. And this enables all kinds of possibilities. This is the first glimmer of that synergy that I keep talking about. Now we're going to be looking at all kinds of things like this in action in upcoming videos. I've got a little preview for you here, just some clips intended to get everyone excited about what's to come. What you're looking at here is various AI-powered capabilities in action on the Appian platform, and also some of the tools that are used to make them. And I'm looking forward to showing you the kind of things that are possible with tools like the ones you're seeing here. So, stay tuned. There's all kinds of cool stuff coming. We're just scratching the surface. But that is it for my first video on the synergy of AI and low code with Appian. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Aaron Zaffron. If you have any questions about Appian low code, I would be more than happy to answer them. Or if you're just feeling like chatting about AI, hit me up. I'm always down to nerd out. But anyway, that is it for me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.